Dave Birkett here from Cleveland, the morning after day one of the NFL draft. Brad Holmes' first draft as Lions general manager. And I've got to say, I got to give him an A for his grade in the Lions addition Thursday night of Penei Sewell, the offensive tackle from Oregon. Look, I think if you talk to most talent evaluators across the NFL, they will tell you that there were three sort of players in that non-quarterback group that stood apart from everyone else. And that was Kyle Pitts, that was Jamar Chase, that was Penei Sewell. And for the Lions to sit at number 7 and get one of those guys, that's nothing but a win. I mean, they didn't, they didn't reach, they didn't take a position of greater need, even though there were plenty, wide receiver, anywhere on defense. But I think they got one of the most talented players in the draft. He's a guy with incredibly high upside at just 20 years old. He's the second youngest player in the draft behind Kyle Pitts. He's going to start at right tackle right away. And in theory, he should give the Lions one of the best offensive lines in football. Maybe not this year. It's going to take Penei Sewell some time to get accustomed to the NFL game. And, at 20 years old, there's probably going to be a learning curve that he's going to encounter. But with Taylor Decker at left tackle, with Frank Ragnow at center, with Sewell and his potential at right tackle, and you throw a young Jonah Jackson in at one of the guard positions, you can see this being a strength for the Lions for a very long time. That's something that Brad Holmes said was important to him. He called it feeding the beast. And frankly, I think he's right. You look at the history of great units and great players in the NFL. That's often where success comes from, team success comes from, right? You think of the Purple People Eaters or, the Orange Crush or all these great units in NFL history, right? It doesn't guarantee success, but it gives you a chance as a team to have a really good team, to have a lot of success and to go far in the playoffs. And I think it's important. It creates a mindset. Every single game when you go out that you're going to be able to look across the line from you and say, hey, we're going to be able to dominate as a unit and give our team what we need in the running game and pass protection, whatever it is, to be successful. Again, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Penei Sewell will have some development to do, but I know the Lions are incredibly excited about adding him, and I think Lion fans should be as well. Listen, I know I disagree with a couple of my colleagues who are on record as saying this is sort of an archaic way of building, and who wanted them to take a weapon and, had their, under different circumstances, had Penei Sewell gone 5, maybe they would have taken a weapon. Had one of those first 3 quarterbacks gone, that been there at number 7, they might have taken a quarterback. But the way the board fell, this was 100% the right pick for the Lions. We'll see what Penei Sewell, how quickly he can start living up to his talent. But if you haven't watched him play, I'd suggest going to check out some highlights. I mean, he started as a 17-year-old in the Pac-12, physical, mauler, needs to be a little more consistent. I think scouts would tell you that. But again, when most of the tape that you're watching online is as a 17 and 18-year-old, you can dream on the potential. And for where the Lions are at now, it was the right pick and the right thing to do. That's it from Cleveland. I'm Dave Birkett, Freep.com.